There comes a moment in every human life when the outside world becomes too loud, too demanding, too chaotic, and you think the only way to survive is to change everything around you. You think you need a new job, a new body, a new city, a new relationship, a new path. You convince yourself that your problem is out there on the surface of your life. But the truth is far more uncomfortable and far more liberating, because you can rearrange your entire life and still feel lost. You can move to a new city and carry the same anxiety inside you. You can change relationships and repeat the same patterns. You can start something new and end up back exactly where you were. Why? Because your life is not built from the outside in. Your life is built from the inside out. This is the part people don't want to hear. This is the part that requires courage. You can fix your room, fix your deadlines, fix your schedule, fix your bank account, but unless you fix your mind, you will always return to the same emotional prison. You can't build a new life with the same old thoughts. You can't create a new future with the same old fears. You can't step into the next chapter if your mind is still trapped in the last. 1. Every day, billions of people wake up with a silent war raging inside them. A war between who they are and who they want to be. A war between their potential and their patterns. A war between their dreams and their doubts, and no one sees it. Because the battlefield isn't your job, it isn't your family, it isn't your environment. The battlefield is your mind. Your mind is the place where you decide if you are worthy. Your mind is the place where you interpret pain. Your mind is the place where you translate failure. Your mind is the place where you accept fear or challenge it. Some people don't lose because they don't have talent. Some people don't fail because they don't have opportunity. Some people don't break because life was unfair. They lose because their mind became their enemy. And Giacomo Papasidero said it perfectly. You cannot fix your life with the same thinking that broke it. Your mind is not just a tool. It's the lens through which you experience every second of your existence. If the lens is cloudy, everything looks hopeless. If the lens is cracked, everything feels broken. If the lens is dirty, everything seems impossible. The first step toward transformation is not changing your world, it's changing your inner world. Before you fix your life, you must fix your sanity. Before you fix your relationships, you must fix your patterns. Before you fix your goals, you must fix your beliefs. Before you fix your future, you must fix your mindset. Because the truth is simple. Your life is always a reflection of your mind, and nothing changes until you do. You weren't born doubting yourself. You weren't born scared. You weren't born thinking you're not enough. Every fear you carry was learned. Every limitation you believe was planted. Every insecurity you feel was built brick by brick over years of pain, criticism, failure, comparison, and silence. You were taught to doubt yourself long before you ever failed. You were taught to fear rejection long before anyone rejected you. You were taught to shrink yourself long before you ever stood tall. Some of your beliefs aren't even yours. They're inherited stories. The voice in your head that whispers, "You're not enough," isn't your voice. It's someone else's fear, someone else's insecurity, someone else's failure, living rent-free in your mind. And here is the harsh truth. Most people spend their entire lives fighting battles that were never theirs to begin with. You think you procrastinate because you're lazy. No. You procrastinate because your mind fears imperfection, judgment, and failure. You think you're bad at relationships. No. You repeat patterns because your mind is protecting you from past wounds, trying to avoid feeling abandoned or unworthy again. You think you're not smart enough. No. You simply grew up in an environment that taught you to hide your voice. You think people don't respect you. No. You simply don't respect yourself enough to create boundaries. You think you fear the future. No. You fear reliving the past. This is why Giacomo says, if you don't question your beliefs will control your life. Your beliefs form the blueprint of your reality. If your beliefs are rooted in fear, your life will be built on fear. If your beliefs are rooted in doubt, your decisions will be weak. If your beliefs are rooted in shame, you will hide from opportunities. If your beliefs are rooted in past trauma, you will sabotage your future. Most people try to fix their life without ever checking the foundation. They build dreams on top of insecurity. They build relationships on top of fear. They build goals on top of deep emotional wounds. Life doesn't break you. Your beliefs do. This is why you must stop asking, "How do I change my life?" and start asking, "What belief is stopping me from changing?" Because the moment you change what you believe, you change what you do. And when you change what you do, you change who you become. Transformation is not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you were before the world told you who you should be. There is a moment in life when things become clearer, when the noise becomes unbearable, when the pain becomes too loud to ignore, when you finally say to yourself, "Enough. I can't keep living like this." And that moment is the beginning of true transformation. Your breaking point is not your end. Your breaking point is your beginning. It is the moment the old version of you falls apart so the new version can be born. But transformation does not happen in one moment. Transformation is built brick by brick, a decision followed by another decision, courage followed by fear, followed by courage again. People think evolution feels like motivation. It doesn't. Real evolution feels like discomfort, like uncertainty, like stepping into the unknown, like letting go of who you were comfortable being. Growth doesn't feel good in the beginning. Growth feels like resistance because your mind is fighting for survival. Your mind isn't trying to destroy you. It's trying to protect you. But it can only protect you with old information. Your mind says, "Stay where it's safe." But safe is where your dreams die. Your mind says, "Don't try." But not trying is the biggest failure of all. Your mind says, "What if you get hurt again?" But what if you don't try and you hurt forever? This is the moment you must speak to your own mind and say, "I hear you, but we are evolving." You evolve by doing things your old self would avoid. You evolve by choosing to act even when your hands shake. You evolve by showing up for yourself, even on the days you feel broken. You evolve by doing the uncomfortable thing until it becomes your new normal. You cannot change your life if you stay in the same emotional climate. You cannot grow if you stay in the same mental cage. You cannot break patterns with comfort. You cannot rewrite your story with fear. Change begins when you choose discomfort over stagnation. When you wake up and say, "I don't know where this journey leads, but I refuse to stay where I am." The moment you decide to evolve is the moment your life begins again. Fixing your mind is not a one-time event. It is a daily practice, a discipline, a commitment to something most people never do. Self-awareness. Most people look for external solutions to internal problems. But inner work is slow. Inner work is uncomfortable. Inner work requires honesty, humility, patience, and emotional courage. Inner work means facing the truth you've been avoiding. It means asking yourself questions that hurt. It means confronting your own patterns, behaviors, and excuses. It requires looking in the mirror and saying, "I created some of this pain, but I also have the power to heal it." Your job is not to control the world. Your job is to master your inner world. Because once you master your inner world, everything outside becomes easier. Your mind becomes clearer. Your emotions become steadier. Your decisions become stronger. Your relationships become healthier. Your self-respect becomes unshakable. But how do you fix your mind? You fix it through reflection, through awareness, through accountability, through choosing courage over comfort, through learning to respond rather than react, through letting go rather than holding on. You fix your mind by understanding your triggers, by studying your patterns, by healing your wounds instead of projecting them. You fix your mind by choosing discipline over impulse, purpose over distraction, growth over ego, healing over hurting, honesty over denial. Inner work is not glamorous. It won't make you feel powerful every day. Some days, it will feel like you're walking uphill, carrying the weight of your entire past. But this is the discipline of transformation. Imagine your mind like a garden. If you don't pull the weeds take over. If you don't water the flowers die. Your thoughts are the seeds, your habits are the soil, your awareness is the sunlight, your discipline is the water, and the life you build is the harvest. Most people want the harvest without the planting, the results without the work, the transformation without the discomfort. But Giacomo reminds us, the greatest work you will ever do is the work you do within yourself. Because once you fix your mind, your entire life begins to fall into place. Not magically, not instantly, but steadily, powerfully, unshakably. Imagine this. You wake up one day, and you no longer fear the future. You no longer doubt your worth. You no longer carry the weight of your past. You no longer depend on others to validate your existence. Imagine living with a mind that becomes your friend. A mind that supports you instead of sabotages you. A mind that encourages you instead of scares you. A mind that strengthens you instead of breaking you. This is what happens when you fix your mind. Your life begins to rebuild itself naturally. A strong mind creates strong boundaries. A strong mind creates strong emotions. Strong mind creates strong relationships. A strong mind creates strong decisions. A strong mind creates a strong future. You will start to attract peace because you are peaceful. You will start to attract respect because you respect yourself. You will start to attract opportunities because you believe you deserve them. You will start to attract better relationships because your heart is no longer desperate. And here is the most beautiful part. You don't become a new person. You become yourself, finally. Your real self, your authentic self. The self that was buried under years of fear, opinions, and noise. You become the person you were meant to be before the world wounded you. Before society told you to shrink. Before life convinced you to settle. Before insecurity made you quiet. This is the life a strong mind builds. A life of clarity, a life of courage, a life of purpose. A life of emotional freedom, a life where you stop surviving and start living. And that life begins the moment you say, I will fix my mind first, because the rest of my life is built on it. So here is your challenge. Stop waiting for your life to change and start changing yourself. Stop waiting for the world to give you permission and start giving yourself permission. Stop waiting for the perfect moment and start creating it from within. Your mind is the architect. Your life is the structure. Change the architect, and the entire building changes. This is your turning point. This is your rebirth. This is your new beginning. This is the moment everything starts shifting. Not because the world changed, but because you did. Your life will not transform because you wished for it. Your life will transform because you chose to transform yourself. Fix your mind, and your life will follow. Fix your beliefs, and your path will clear. Fix your heart, and your relationships will heal. Fix your habits, and your future will bloom. Everything you desire, peace, purpose, confidence, success, begins inside you. So today, make the decision that most people will never make. The decision to master your inner world, so your outer world finally reflects the greatness within you. This is not just a speech. This is a mirror, a map, a calling. And now, it's your move. Fix your mind, fix your life, and step boldly into the person you were born to become.